As we mentioned earlier, the World Cup is just months away. Had a chance earlier to speak to the Brazilian Development Bank president and asked him if his country is ready for that event and the year ahead.
It's almost ready. We have all the stadiums, but one which is being finished in 30 days, so everything will be ready. We have airports improved. We have urban transportation, we have telecom infrastructure, hotels, everything ready to stage a very successful World Cup.
You have visitors coming from around the world to see the beauty of Brazil, and of course I'm sure you have a great hospitality event, but there has been criticism that the airports aren't ready in time. There's some concerns about movement of people. What would you say to those critics?
Well, we will see that the Brazilian airline system is being planned, the number of flights to serve all the capital cities where the games are being held. So there will be no problem, and we are confident that everything will work fine. We'll have enough flights for the incoming fans of soccer that come to the Cup to see their teams.
Every Brazilian person, especially the officials that I speak with, there's a proud moment always. You're smiling as well, I can tell, because it is a big deal. It's a big moment. I'm sure you're a big football fan as well. How big of a deal is this really for the economy, and what's the longer-term impact of hosting not just the World Cup, but you also have another big event coming as well?
Well, you know well, I mean, China has organized the Olympics once, and how important it is to the legacy of that. So the legacy has to do with improving your telecom broadband infrastructure, has to do with your urban transportation, has to do with your hotel system, has to do with your tourist infrastructure, has to do also with your airports. I think the legacy is not just the cup, which I wish that have also win the cup, but I'm sure the legacy is a positive long-term legacy in the areas, in the cities where the cup is being held.
For the economy, last year was a difficult year. In 2014 and beyond, do you have a sense of optimism to face those challenges, and what moves might the government do to again stimulate the economy outside of the international events?
Yeah, we are promoting a big wave of investment in infrastructure by mobilizing the private sector through PPPs and concessions. Last 3 months we had many auctions of 5 highways, 2 airports. Just those represented extra $19 billion of immediate investment, new investment. So we are confident that a cycle of investment in infrastructure will help to move Brazil towards higher growth and sustainable growth rates.
Brazil has been credited with bringing hundreds of millions of people from the poor and working class and moving them along on the social and economic status. For that is a tremendous feat. But at the same time, there's a topic here at the World Economic Forum regarding income inequality. It is an issue for Brazil, but the world is also looking at Brazil for solutions as well. What do you tell them?
It is a very proud achievement for us, the large-scale program of income transfer to the poor and promotion of the poor that has resulted in a substantial improvement of the income distribution in Brazil. And I think the experience of Brazil should be studied by other economies, other countries, because some lessons may apply. And I think we are proud, and we still have a lot of work to do, because there is no, you can always improve your distribution and improve the well-being of your population.
Finally, you're here at the World Economic Forum. You're used to being a very busy person, but when you have a moment to just rest and maybe a free moment to think, and you look at the world, you look at Brazil, you look at South America, what's the one thing that you worry about most?
Well, we worry about the global economy. We worry about the speed of the tapering process, of the change of the monetary policy in the US. We worry a little about the performance of China because of the reforms and some uncertainty, but we are confident that China will succeed in changing the model and still keeping a high growth, which is important for the global economy. We worry about Europe. We don't yet see Europe with enough strength to help the recovery of the global economy. So Brazil is a connected economy to world trade and world finance. And when we look to Brazil, we feel confident. When we look to the global economy, we feel a little insecure. But we, on the other hand, the perspective is improving this year. Perspectives are much better than 1 year ago and so forth. So we are on the optimistic side.
And a reminder that all this material from Davos, Switzerland can be found on our website. Write it down. It's CCTV-America.tv. We will also have the interviews that you're watching with our world leaders and newsmakers, and including behind-the-scenes photo. Again, that is CCTV-America.tv. And don't forget, if you're on Twitter, you can follow us, you can follow CCTV, you can follow Tracy and I. We'll be tweeting, as we have been, all week long.
Before we go, here are some pictures from around Davos, Switzerland, where some of the world's brightest minds have gathered. Stay with us.